let's move that over there. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Is this, did I didn't even fix my thing. Good lord. My name is completely wrong. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were definitely made. Give me a second. Mistakes were definitely made. Alright, 2 seconds. 30. Live severe weather analysis and forecast. Boom. We got that. Liked your chase yesterday. Thank you, Ryan. I'll actually show you guys what all I got from that chase. Anyways, what's up, everyone? We can go ahead and delete that, actually. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Here, actually, let me turn the blind. It's not looking like, something's falling from the sky out here. There we go. Stream is 2 different names. Yeah, I know, right? I had to fix it. Had to fix it. Alright, but there we go. We got that up and running. Is the audio good, by the way? The audio good? I hope it was good. Alright, well, first ever enhanced risk out here. It's actually kind of interesting, gotta say. Really interesting to look at, I have to say. But, across the board, the enhanced risk isn't as large, as you'd typically think it would be. But, it's good enough. There's an enhanced risk nevertheless, and it's for a place that you typically don't see. So, Washington, Oregon, stuff like that. Big enhanced risk right within there. Eastern Shore, Maryland lookout. Not really. I mean, it could, but nothing really too big in and around that area. Alright, well, let's go into the self-promotion aspect of all of this, because welcome to YouTube. You guys are new to the stream whatsoever. Actually, I should probably turn the light on. There you go. A little bit of light. New to the stream, be sure to hit that like button. Helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. Subscribe if you're new. Also hit the bell. Share it with friends and family, especially if you know anyone who lives in this area. They probably are going to want to know what all is happening. So, here are some towns, stuff like that. If you know anyone who lives there, feel free to tell them that they're going to get some severe weather heading their way. Because they probably will be. They probably will be. So there we go. We got that. We got that. All right. Well, let's get into what all we're going to be seeing today. As I've mentioned, enhanced risk, it's for wind. They actually debated on turning this into a moderate today, which would be really interesting. But I felt like it actually, enhanced was pretty safe, to be completely honest. But you know what? It still is pretty interesting in and around that area. You just came because you wanted to be first, so buy. It seems legit. Yeah, so in and around this area, definitely wind gusts across the board. Be pretty interesting. Hail, not as much of a threat. 15% across the board as well. And then tornadoes. Small little area of tornadoes, mainly because of a low pressure that's moving up across the board. But we'll get there. We'll see what all we have. So, what's up, Mike? What's up, Mike? And vandalism. Hello. All right, let's take a look at what all we're going to be seeing today. Because the risk, nothing's really happening right now. Here, I'll put up the window because we typically do. Typically have the warning window. There's only 2 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. So, the one thing I will say, big dead zone in and around this area. I mean, it just, pretty big dead zone. Washington, Oregon is where your mom lives now. You live across the country, though. Oh, okay. Well, then you might want to, depending upon where she lives, she might want to monitor all this across the board. Be pretty interesting. Weather with Seth. Hello. Never seen an enhanced risk in the Pacific Northwest before. This is very interesting. I don't think anything like this has ever happened before. Now, keep in mind, the enhanced risk came out in 2014, but still pretty interesting. So let's actually take a look at what all is going to be happening. I'll take a look at the latest HRRR. See, here is our low that I've been talking about. The low that I mentioned earlier kind of just moves up through, and you guys remember what I typically say about every single stream. You typically get these little thunderstorms that form across, with these lows. And these thunderstorms just continue to, popcorn all around the place, So, it's just that typical risk moving across the board. Thank you, Joey. You're entitled to your opinion saying that David's stream is better. To be quite honest with you, I don't care. Anyways. So, by the way, as I mentioned before, with other people's, I mentioned before on my community posts, if you do see hate coming towards me, don't say anything, because it's a good idea if you just don't say anything back. Let them just have their own fun. They'll get bored. They'll get bored really quick trying to say, "Oh, David's better." I don't care. I'm gonna be uploading it. By the way, I'm going to be uploading a tropical video because no one actually knows what is happening, and it is actually making me really upset. People don't know what's happening in the tropics within the next week and a half, and it is actually making me very upset. It is making me very, very upset. David doesn't know what's happening. Direct Weather doesn't know what's happening. The Weather Channel doesn't know what's happening. They're not saying the whole full story. The 3 hypothetical situations that I've been saying every single stream besides yesterday. It makes me upset that they don't know what all is happening. And I don't even know a lot about hurricanes. I don't know a lot about tropical systems, and yet I know more than they do. My God, it's just making me upset. Ah! Anyways. You're fine, Jackson. Thank you for coming out. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's going to be high risk. I think enhanced stays. Mainly, maybe there's maybe a moderate, but I don't know. There's a lot of forcing from this low, as I've mentioned. But as I said, low, pulls on through, popcorn cells across the board. It's the typical thing that we've been seeing through the past week and stuff like that. David is a good man. Yeah, sure. He's good. I do want to collaborate with him every now and then, but it just upsets me that nobody actually knows what's happening. And by the way, I don't overhype my things. I try to low profile everything, which is the reason why I don't use the term outbreak. I never use that word. Whereas if you take a look at other YouTube channels, they use the word outbreak. So I don't really care anymore. But anyways, as I mentioned, everyone in the chat, don't pay attention to the people who are trying to crap on me, because they can have their fun. They're entitled to their own opinion, and it's probably best if you just leave them alone. We'll just have our own little fun. Kylie, hello from the UK. I really do appreciate you coming out. It'd be pretty interesting. So, anyways. So yeah, let's take a look at the HRRR, as I mentioned. Popcorn cells. Let's take a look at the models. I do want to see the sounding off of the storm. Tell me whether or not it's elevated or not, because the last time I checked on these models, they were pretty elevated. This sounding does not want to show. Great. Absolutely love this. Contaminated. However, I will say it is elevated. Relatively elevated. So, not that much of a tornado risk today. Calling it right now. It's probably going to be more of a gusty wind risk due to the fact that the low-level jet continues to push on through. It'll be pretty much one of those things where, you know, they're doing their own thing. Yeah, it's still elevated. Look at that. Doesn't go all the way down to 1,000 millibars. Right there. This thing's probably going to be mainly a wind risk, maybe hail as well. Also, even though it's contaminated, it is relatively elevated. We'll say that. This continues to go into the night. I want to see one more, couple more. I mean, yeah, it's still elevated. Still elevated. If I can get an actual sounding that proves my point. There we go. This is exactly what I mean. You can see how the temperature and the dew point gradient starts at 850 millibars, which just so happens to be relatively high up in the sky. It's not going to be really a lot. There's also a lot of capping inhibition across the board. Shear, as I've mentioned, is mental. All right, surface to 8 kilometers, surface to 6 kilometers, surface to 3 kilometers, 46 knots. That's crazy. It's also going to be moving. Let's see if I remember correctly. Due north? It's coming from the south. No, they're not going to be moving due north. They're going to be moving to the north and east, like steep north and east. 22 knots. That's around 26 miles per hour, something like that. That'd be pretty interesting. We got a depression in the Pacific. Yes! Hypothetical situations are coming true. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Tropical Depression 2E. Hold up. Hold up. Yep, there it is. I'm making a video, and people... Dude, I'm telling you, nobody actually knows what's happening, but I have the 3 hypothetical situations, alright? People can say blasphemy all you want. I don't care. It's the truth. Whether you want to take it as truth, I don't care. Alright? But I'm telling you right now, not a single person in the weather community right now, professional or not, actually knows the situations from this cell. From this tropical system, nobody knows. And it's so funny to me. Because as a person who just does their own little thing, it's so funny. It's so funny. By the way, David does not have a degree in meteorology. He told me that himself. So stop spreading false information. I'm the one who's actually going to be getting a degree in Penn State in 4 years. Take a look at the about in my YouTube channel. But as I mentioned, literally, as I've mentioned from every single stream for the past week, I've mentioned this entire thing depends on what this thing does. So I will tell you all exactly what all is going to be nice. And, you know, we called this like last week. Yeah, we've called this across the board. Literally, we were the first ones to call this, and then everyone started to say, hey, yo, this thing started to get pretty interesting. Like, bleh. I mean, my goodness. I've been on my game lately. I sure have. It's been pretty fun. Ethan, I love you. Yeah. I mean, this thing is just really nice. I have to say. We'll get into all of that. We'll get into the hypothetical situations later, but I gotta say, we've been talking about this for the past week, and no one has been saying what the entire story of what this thing is gonna do. Everyone's been saying, oh, it's gonna go over here, and it's gonna go over here. I'm here to tell you right now, that is not the entire story. If you want to know the specifics, or if you want to know the 3 hypothetical situations that is probably gonna happen, one of the 3, I guarantee you, will happen. I'm going to make a video and you guys are going to be able to look at that later. Maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, something like that. Whenever I'm able to actually create the video. Telling you right now. Boom. Right then and there. I mean, it's just been... I'm excited for this. I really am excited. By the way, the other thing that's in the Atlantic, yeah, I'm not really paying attention to this. Right now it has a 40%, it used to have a 60%. It's kind of deteriorating in front of our very eyes. I still don't think anything's going to really happen here. As I mentioned, guys, I've said this, all right? If somebody attacks me, you know, let me handle it, or let the mods handle it after a while, but You know, I can put them down myself with my own words. It's just best if the people, the members of the stream, just do their own thing. The Canadian Chaser, hello, hello. Yeah, just let me deal with it. I don't need the peanut gallery to, you know, back me up, because if anything, that just kind of makes it worse, and then they kind of just spread out to the members and stuff like that. I can take care of it myself, and then we'll be Gucci. Trust me on this one, guys. Can you dance on the stream? Fine, we'll do it at the end. We'll have it at the end. You have, even with Baby Storm, dude. I even predicted an entire cluster of cells a week and a half in advance. If that's not enough evidence, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's hilarious. So it's quite kind of fun. Bring back the tradition. And then the final thoughts is the tradition, and then we'll dance at the end of the stream. But it's pretty interesting. Let's take a look at what all is happening around here. Rap and satellite analysis says that this is mainly going to be wind. Guys, what did I say? What did I say about this entire event? Did I not say that it's most likely going to be elevated and that there isn't really going to be a tornado risk? It's not going to be as high as everyone thinks it is. It's going to be kind of funny how everyone's just like, oh, it's going to be tornadoes. It's going to be mainly wind. It's going to be mainly wind. I decided to stream today because this is historic. First ever enhanced risk that has been issued across this area. Might as well catch it on stream. I also might as well put some sort of clickbait stuff. Hold up. Like, it's not clickbait stuff, but it's like the things that people typically look for, some tags. There we go. All right. Oregon, Washington weather. I should really make it so that some of the mods could actually create some tags for me and stuff like that. That would be pretty nice, to be completely honest. JMJ, what's up? Yeah, as I've mentioned, guys, it's not really going to be a tornado risk. It's mainly going to be a wind and hail risk, but I'm still streaming anyways because this is the first ever enhanced to be issued across the board. So the only issue we have is that it's relatively far away from the radar. Everything is really far away from the radar. How's the shear look for tropical depression 2E? Okay, 2E. Yeah, it looks okay, but it's forecasted to go into the same spot that I have mentioned for quite some time. It's gonna go in. It's okay. I'll say that much. GFS. We'll just go with 2. That's vorticity. There we go. There's what we need. So, we're watching for this thing right here. Eventually develops. We got some sort of vorticity here at 850 millibars. Something kind of goes in, and then boom. Same thing that I've been saying. Something's gonna kind of like sit over here in the Central Pacific. We'll say the specifics though. You know, hypothetical situation. We'll mark it as number 1, number 2, and number 3. This is all you have to know for right now. It's going to be pretty interesting. Number 1, number 2, number 3. I've said for the longest time, I said June 6th, you're going to have some sort of tropical system. All right? If we take a look at June 6th, there is a broad area of low pressure on this model. So this seems to be taking hypothetical situation number 1, which I will get into detail as we go into the next video. How do I feel about the 3rd and 7th of June? No, it's far out. The models have been showing severe weather quotes outbreak. Honestly, what's your opinion? Actually looks pretty decent. I know the GFS has a cold bias, so I'm already calling it's capped, mainly due to the fact that there are some worm pools at around 750 millibars. So I'm going to call that event capped this far out, and people are going to be saying, oh, it's not going to be capped, you're just kissing, something like that. It's going to be capped. So, I mean, it's going to be really cool. Everyone says that it's always going to be hypothetical situation number 1, but number 2 is something that you all should keep in mind too. Everyone's just going to be like, oh, it's always going to head over to the Gulf. You guys piss me off. I hope you guys know that. Hope you guys know that. But anyways, let's go into College of DuPage too. I want to see the satellite imagery. I want to see the satellite imagery. Is this 2 days old? It is 2 days old, so this isn't the latest one. Let's see what this one does. What does this one say? If I was able to see, then I would be able to tell you all what this thing says. Okay, there still is something in and around there. It's some sort of tropical system that moves into that. Oh my god, that's it. Just, for the love of God, this thing is making me upset. Alright, well, we'll figure that out later. Let's go to College of DuPage, get all of our other numerical models, stuff like that. Let's take a look at the NAM nest. I do want to see what that says for this entire event up here. Okay, so thunderstorms break out across the board at around 6. Right, so stuff start to form at 5 out in front, which would be these cells. What's the echo time? Oh, you can't see anything because it's literally out in the middle of nowhere. We're probably going to be using Pendleton's radar the entire time. Probably. Here, let's save that for now. Weather, severe, tropical, tornadoes, hail, wind, stuff like that. Northwest. All the tags. We're just creating all of it. It's good enough. Honestly, it's good enough. Okay, so even this has a lot of contamination, I have to say. Will there ever be anything that's not contaminated? That happens all the time with me, yeah. Will this thing load? It has finally loaded. Okay. So this says hypothetical situation number 2. Get off of me. Everyone get off of me. Dude, I literally have been... Hypothetical situation number 2 is just... I told you all. Hypothetical situation number 2. Something doesn't join with this low, as everyone else has been saying. The low just kind of sits there, and then it originally just kind of dies out. Which is kind of funny. Kind of funny. Actually, this is hypothetical situation number 3. Hypothetical situation number 3 does its own thing. So more people need to get off of me. This is... Oh my goodness. This is really fun. I hope you guys know that. Could develop on the coast of California 1st June. Develops, moves through land according to the high-res model. Yeah, it could maybe. But it's it's doing its own thing, to be completely honest. But it's just, gotta say, I have to say. I mean, geez, it's just having a whale of time. Whew. I mean, literally, it's hypothetical situation number 3. The low stays too far out, literally sits over the side of the coast. Nothing. Wait. That's the spoiler for what could be happening for our next video. There you go. You got your only hint as to what all I'm going to be talking about. Ignore the 12Z. Alright, fine. Let's go to the 6Z. What does it say? The exact same thing that the 12Z said. Ha 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 ha. This is so fun. I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna do. It's gonna be called "What Could Actually Happen in the Tropics." Something like that. I don't know. I'll think of a good video title. But just want to tell you all. Basically, been on top of this entire thing, and no one else really has said anything about it. Me. It's so fun. I gotta say, you could say that I'm bragging, but you know what? I really am just having my fun. We don't need obscenities. Turn that off. We don't need obscenities on stream. Weenies are gone for now. Resume normal operations. That sounds about right. Models are drunk? No. I gotta say, predicted this happening last month. Saw this happening in June. Oh yeah, I said this Let's see. The beginning of the week of last week, I saw something, and then I didn't start talking about it on the stream until, what, early part of last week? Something like that? Wait, well, earlier part of the week. And I said 3 hypothetical situations. No one has been talking about it, ever. No one. No one in the weather community. Not even you, Adrian, alright? No one has been saying the hypothetical situations, and it's so funny to me. I'm going to make a video about it, and it's going to be literally, I'm guaranteeing you, one of the 3 hypothetical situations is guaranteed to happen. Or not guaranteed, but I can guarantee you that one of the 3 hypothetical situations will do things. Guaranteeing you. Guaranteeing you. Llama seems legit. I mean, I'm just saying. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out. I don't even know a lot about tropical storms, and I just, what are the hypothetical situations? You're out of the loop. Scallywag, I'm going to be making a video that'll probably be uploaded late tonight into tomorrow. Something like that. Which I highly recommend you guys share with everyone, because if this actually is true, then you got a new tropical forecaster in town. It'd be fun. Yep, bet. Sounds good to me. I'm already losing the bet of the hurricane and going into the Gulf. I said the 6th, and there's probably not going to be that in the 6th. So, Storm Central's turning into Torads? No, it's not. We realize that this entire thing, we're just basically starting a fight between David and myself, and the last thing we need is that. So, there we go. Yeah. This, as I've mentioned, I'm going to continue to just go over what all is going to be happening today. If this thing would absolutely let me load. 2 words. Well, actually a bunch of words. So 1 phrase. This event is elevated. The entire thing for today in Oregon won't really produce a lot of tornadoes. It'll produce tornado warnings, but it won't produce tornadoes. The reason being is because it's pretty much so elevated. Nothing really will happen. Midwest weather for next week, possibly, but it'll be kind of capped, in my honest opinion. I know it's hard to say a week out, but I believe that it will have some sort of capping inversion that will limit next week's event, especially around the 6th going into the 7th. Because that's around when I think it'll probably be supposedly at its worst. So, yeah, this entire thing that moves on through, it's pretty much so elevated. Yeah, we all chill at Storm Central. It's pretty nice. Donkin Discord's getting out of hand. Well, he is Daniel, but Daniel used to be an admin on one of the most professional servers in the wild. let's put it this way. I don't personally feel like, but I feel like other people are trying to protect my aspect of the server. Let's put it this. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I'll talk to you guys later about it because I honestly don't know what's going on. I mean, we're allowed to have our fun every now and then, but you know, there comes a time and place where, you know, a bunch of stuff just happens. Um, just needs to chill, man. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are just. Let's put it this way. Here's the thing. People, I've kind of allowed people to get away with a bunch of stuff. All right. You know, the rules have been broken for quite some time, but now it's probably a good idea to kind of reel it back a little bit. So we're gonna kind of just like lower down the drama, stuff like that. Um, yeah, just a bunch of these cells aren't really doing a lot. Where you go for your daily amusement. Oh yeah, you can still do that. It's just it's kind of gotten a bit chaotic as of right now, and you know it's probably a good idea for us to just kind of reel it in a little bit. A lot of people are trying to protect, you know, this channel. I do believe that it's a good idea for that. I mean, it'd be pretty interesting. Feeling sick, oof. Well, I hope you feel better. Disagree about next week? Maybe not tornadoes, but high damaging wind threat. Okay, I agree with that. I agree with some sort of damaging wind threat, stuff like that around there. But tornadoes, the capping inversion is kind of going to limit that. Did you miss Tropical Update Central Florida? Not really. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be making a video tonight, Andrew, on all of that. So, yeah. I'm going to be making a video on what's actually going to be happening in the tropics compared to all the other YouTubers who just are not saying the full story, chat. I hate to say it, but just people want that clickbait so bad. They're willing to disregard all information for everyone. And it's just like, it's kind of stupid in my opinion. So, guaranteeing one of the three, at least one, will happen. One hypothetical situation. So if you guys would you guys like the idea of a tropical update that I'm actually recording, it's gonna be so strange. You know, then it's gonna be pretty interesting. So yesterday was a bust for me. I got a bunch of wall clouds actually while we're having some downtime because I've mentioned that these storms, granted, I said I will stream for the first ever enhanced risk to be in Washington and Oregon. I said that this entire event is going to be elevated. So not a lot of tornadoes. I'm saying it right now. You can preach across the board. By the way, you can't say bust for 2% because play. You better prepare to chase next week. I don't know if I will. But anyways, let's go into what all I got. Show you all what I got from this chase. Keep in mind, yesterday was not a good representation of how I conduct my live analysis. My chasing had a viewer's discretion advised in the description, but it'd be pretty interesting. What does that mean? Elevated? It means the storm's rotation will be higher up and it won't reach the ground. So typically when you see this around here, you can kind of see how the thunderstorm parcel starts at around 1 kilometers up in the sky. That's not good. That means elevated, that everything is elevated above the surface, which the surface just so happens to be right here. So probably not any tornadoes today. Probably not. There'll be tornado warnings. There probably won't be tornadoes per se, as I've mentioned. ECMWF says choice 1. So somebody's been on my stream for quite some time. Nice, Tyler. I like that. We'll get into the whole entire ordeal of the different outcomes when it comes to the stream tonight. I'll organize it for you all. It'll be pretty interesting for the video. Even have my own little script, and I'll be able to read. So, be pretty interesting. I do think you guys will enjoy that. I had some storm intensified by NYC yesterday eve. Interactive outflow boundary developed. Weak rotation, briefly lowering, quickly lifted. Here. Let's go ahead and go into. Let's see. I'm not sure when. Let's see. Okay, so this was my last storm chase, not yesterday. So here's the beginning of yesterday. We'll actually go into here. We'll go into full screen here. So this is wall cloud number 1 that I had. All right. Obviously, you can see some sort of lowering right within here. You can't. Why? Okay, there we go. Well, we got some sort of lowering right within here. It was a decently rotating. It actually produced a funnel for a good 7 minutes. I couldn't get it on camera though, with my actual pictures due to the fact that I had to be driving away from it, and these things were moving really fast, up to 40 miles an hour to the north and east. So I had to basically parallel it and also get out in front of it at the same time, which wasn't really fun on that aspect. But getting these shots were. Better picture of that. You can see lowering right here, nice little wall cloud action. And then this one, a little bit better too. You can see lowering across the board. Nice little wall cloud. Producing some sort of rotation in and around that area. This was a really nice picture that I got. The wall cloud and my car. So it's pretty nice. I did enjoy this picture. I did enjoy taking this picture, I gotta say. This right here, this was the leftover of that wall cloud. You can still see it kind of was lowering, but it wasn't really as much of a wall cloud anymore. Kind of just turned into gusty wind threat in around that area. But other than that, we got something off of that. So it was pretty nice. Nice downdraft. You can actually see the rain curtains fall into out in front due to the color contrast in around that area. So it's pretty nice. Gotta say, I like that a lot. This right here is a nice little shelf cloud that I got, and actually to the side of it there was actually a wall cloud, but a really nice shelf cloud here. Nice shelving action that I caught there, and then. Here is the wall cloud that I was looking at. Really wide wall cloud. Doesn't give you the full picture of how wide it was. There it is, actually. Here's how wide the wall cloud was, and that thing was nasty. This thing was really nice. Probably 1/8 of the way down to the ground, in my honest opinion. Maybe 1/4 of the way down to the ground. Something like that. But the wall cloud was really intense and around there. And apparently there was actually a report of a funnel on this. But I didn't verify it. I didn't think that there was actually anything around there. There's the shelf again. There's the wall cloud again. Stuff like that. This right here was mental. I was so happy with this right here. This wall cloud is nasty. My goodness. This wall cloud right here was absolutely nasty. Look at that. I mean... Woohoo! That thing was crazy. Absolutely mental, as I would say. Even a better picture right here. You can see, the clouds, just the clouds with the rain in and around that. And then it eventually actually kind of, it tried to wall cloud. It tried to lower a bit more. This was like half of the way down to the ground. But this thing right here, it was absolutely crazy. Are y'all and David good? Yeah, I mean, I'm good with him. It's just the communities are kind of like, fighting each other. Him and I talk every now and then. But this thing was mental, I have to say. And actually, if you go on my Twitter, which is not my Twitter, if you go on my Instagram, which is HockeyBoy8, absolutely mental, I have to say. It was crazy. ECMWF says choice 1, GFS says choice 2, Samson says choice 1, Navson says choice 1, Icon says choice 1, JMA says choice 1, World War 3 model says choice 1. Well, the GFS also has been saying choice 3 too. You have to keep in mind this. It has to be the same tropical wave that moves on through. Something of the sort. You didn't have to hide him, KG. It's fine for now. Asking a legit question. But anyways. Yeah, this wall cloud was absolutely mental. If you go on my Instagram, as I mentioned, you know, it'd be pretty cool. They were asking a legit question, I have to say. But it was just crazy. I absolutely love this thing. You can clearly see that it was a wall cloud. Clearly. This will probably be... Hold up. Actually, if we go on my Instagram... Hold up. Can we actually go on the Instagram online? I don't know. Let's find out. Instagram. Boom. Instagram.com. Okay, I'll just have to log in over here. Let's see. Security code. We gotta enter the security code in. Let's see. Okay, so now we actually got our Instagram here. Give me a second. We'll go to me. Here we go. Here's the pictures that we got right here. Look at this, chat. I even edited these pictures so they look a whole lot better. Look at this. Look at this right here. My God. Absolutely mental this thing was. I was so happy with this picture. So happy with it. This one's even better. Look at how ominous these clouds look, but with the gray that pulls down. That was absolutely insane. I mean, you know, the quality of the pictures were just phenomenal, I have to say. I mean, sheesh. Absolutely crazy. I mean, woof. And then disregard all of my other pictures. But yeah, we'll save that as a bookmark in my account. Because that was nice. Was that Nebraska? Negative. Oh, jeez. I accidentally deleted something. That was the National Hurricane Center I deleted. RIP. Yeah. Looks like you're a professional photographer. Seems legit. That sounds about right. But those pictures were absolutely mental. By the way, my account is public, so you don't even have to follow. You can just search up HockeyBoy8 and they're there. It is really interesting across the board. But, let's see. These cells have a lot of gusty winds, possibly hail. Actually, what are the things? Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's just doing its own thing. I mean, meh. Pecos Nate for real? Yeah, seems legit. Sounds about right. But I gotta say, absolutely mental chase day yesterday. And we may not have gotten a tornado I may not have filmed a tornado, but we actually got some pretty nice wall cloud action, which was really, really nice. You know, for the conditions of what happened yesterday, honestly not the worst thing to happen. More nadir storms you think you get this year got left to give? I don't know. Literally, the Mid-Atlantic doesn't get any of this stuff, so the fact that we got it in general is quite crazy. I mean, Nate Forbes, my god, plays the ukulele over some storm footage. Actually, I could just play. Oh, what's the song? Give me a second. This thing is not copyrighted, so I typically play this song over and over. It's really. Actually, do I have the music in my files? That's the real question. Music. Weather. Oh, I do! Here it is. This is what I typically play. It's what I used to have over my my stream. Outro by Lance Davies. That's what I will typically play over most of that stuff. But it's just absolutely nice. Absolutely love that music. If I had more, I probably... Oh, you guys can't play because I literally had desktop audio. Go back over. We'll restart that. Oh, boy. Let's go wall cloud, better than I've seen. Yeah, I mean, I just absolutely love that picture. I might edit some those pictures more, put it as my screensaver, or, you know, stuff like that for my computer. But anyways, we'll go back to it. We'll have the music that if I catch something for whenever I, you know, video the storm chase, and we might get something. Well, I don't know. Is the Weather Center live severe theme music copyrighted? Yeah. I know you can't hear it. That's why I changed, because the desktop audio kind of just died. Oh boy. Echo tops up to 51,000 feet on some of these storms. That's crazy. Let's actually take a look at the satellite imagery from College of DuPage. Sub-regional. Excuse me. If this was able to load, I'd be able to show you all. There we go. Yep, so these storms right here are starting to billow up. This thing right here, it's pretty interesting to watch. Watching the Pacific Depression, it's doing its own thing. Yep, that's the entire, depending upon what that Pacific Depression does is, what, you know, people will do. Depends. But, yep, this thing is doing its own thing, this thing's doing its own thing. Yeah, this thing, for the OGs who are a part of my channel, you guys should recognize this theme song, or at least this song that I typically play. The OGs of the channel has got some sort of recognition. Let's see what the cape is around here. 3,000 joules per kilogram. Okay, so there could be something along the line. There could be. What's the dews like? Upper 50s? What? Vorticity. If I take rid of cape, it's a 1 and a 2 and around that area. What does the RAP analysis say at 500 millibars? Okay, so the shear is pretty good. That's nice. I mean, that's pretty nice. There is some capping out in front of this cells, but it's not like completely capped. So it's actually not that bad. Could be better, could be worse. Anything to worry about over in Jacksonville area tonight? Call for heavy thunderstorms around 1. Let's take a look, actually. I'm quite curious. Florida typically gets something, but let's see. It doesn't seem as if you might get some scattered storms, but nothing really too big. Let's take a look at the HRRR. Just to see what a bunch of other stuff does. By the way, if you guys need me to do any any forecasts for any specific areas, then you know, feel free to let me know. Yeah, you could see some stuff around 10, 11. Yeah, you could. You could. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Police!
Oh my god.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Dun 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 stonks.
I'm waiting for someone to donate with a bunch of L's like L. Oh, the KG Invest with the $2 super chat. Another one. Jeez, my good lord. Thank you, my dude. I really do appreciate that. That's really, my goodness. But yeah. Yeah, you could see some scattered thunderstorms around in the Jacksonville area. You honestly could. Police never gets old. No, it doesn't. There is a 4 in Oregon on significant tornado parameter HRRR. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. But the thing about it is that all that's pretty elevated out and around that area. Gotta say. Getting the June 2012 vibes next week. You know, stock up my car with Taco Bell coupons. Oh yeah, derecho time. Derecho time. Derecho time. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, this isn't the latest model run. Let's take a look at the significant tornado parameter. We only use this for memes. What is this? A 3? What in the world is this? I mean, my goodness. I mean, there is something in and around there. There is something. 850 millibars up just so happens to be 0 kilometers up in the sky in this. And then there's a little bit of capping. I mean, you could see something here. You could possibly see something eventually. But it's a marginal tornado risk in and around this area. What is this? What is this? What is this? It's a 5. It's a 5! Lower cloud level is pretty low, I have to say. My goodness. That might be because of the mountains. I'm going to be completely honest. Let's see. What if we just do this one right here? Significant tornado parameters overhype makes me laugh. You're telling me. Supercell of 20.9. Not a bad idea. Be pretty interesting. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Somebody mentioned that there was a severe thunderstorm warning in Salt Lake City, and there actually is. It's actually south of Salt Lake City. I do want to allow that while that loads. Let's take a look at what all could be happening in around here. What is this? 4.9. Let's take a look. Naders! I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. I gotta say, the photograph is quite nice, but just so happens that there is mountains around there. Just wanna say. It's quite funny. It's actually quite funny what the mountains can do. I mean, there could be something on some of the cells around here, but I mean, it's just very unlikely. Very unlikely that a bunch of stuff gets done. Put on some hype music. It's not sad. This is supposed to be relaxing music. Oh, fine, we'll turn it off for now. Oh boy. Yeah, 5.3. My god. Did I just see a 5? Okay, I thought I just saw a 5.7. That would have been like, you know, that would have been crazy. Having a whale of a time, I will say. Minneapolis is wild right now. The only thing I gotta say is welcome to 2020. Oh my god. It's here. It's here, chat. Bathe in the obscenity that is this thing.
Alice flashed jars.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. KG Invest. KG Invest with the $5 super chat. Oh my god. Text to speech literally is the best way for you to troll me and, you know, and support the stream at the same time. It's the greatest thing in the world. I don't ask for it. I don't ask for any sort of donations, alright? But I'm just saying that you could do that, and it would be. Oh my goodness. Now you guys understand why it's hilarious. Or at least why I think it's hilarious. Make it Nate's new intro? I already have an intro. I already have an intro that I'll be using tonight. Hold up. Give me a second. Can I find it? Oh, crap. That's not it then. Pictures. YouTube. Is this it? This better be it. I think this is my intro. I don't know if it is. Oh, it's still downloading. Of course it is. There it is. I like it, chat. I like it, chat. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Having my own whale of a time, I have to say. Pretty nice looking outro. Or intro, I should say. Saw 10, 12 lightning strikes by your house in Reading. Never got some with the camera. Oh, I saw a bunch when I was chasing yesterday, too. That was crazy. Make a direct weather intro. Seems legit. But anyways, that's something that I've always had. And I was just like, yo, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I can't, by the way, Kate, I can't play Fat Rat because that's copyrighted too. I don't know what Daniel's doing, but I only know that he's just doing it to protect me. I don't know. I'll talk to everyone about it afterwards, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Let's see. So nothing's running right now. What else is happening in the weather world? How long did it take to make that intro? I had somebody else make it for me. But it was pretty nice, I gotta say. I did enjoy it. I don't know. I think the cell over in Salt Lake City isn't really going to do a lot. What the heck? That's a flood warning. That's a flash flood warning. What's that doing over there? Colorado. People got banned? What? Oh boy, I've talked to Daniel about it. Oh my god. Welcome to chaos. Welcome to the chaos community. Yo, what the heck just happened? Discord is Discord. This is the stream on YouTube. Yeah. Don't hide the mover forever. Kate's been actually pretty nice. Just allow them to do their own little thing. Not like they're spamming completely. Enhancers for Seattle, kind of rare. It isn't like quite for Seattle, but yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, it's really interesting to look at for sure. I mean, look at that. It is pretty close to Seattle. Seattle's like right here. It is pretty close. First ever enhancers, as I've mentioned. Yeah. It's pretty cool, though. I have to say, this thing is pretty cool. Do you mind checking out your channel? Sure, as long as you check out mine. As long as you check out mine. um, what's Kentucky going to be getting on June 4th? It's going to be pretty interesting, honestly. Let's drink the magical Kool-Aid and sing songs. That sounds about right, honestly. Honestly, sounds about right. Welcome to 2020. No one knows what's happening. The communities, as we know, is falling apart. We're just literally having a whale of a time. I'm going to be completely honest. You're subbed and liked? Yep. Alright, then I will definitely check out your channel after the stream. Actually, it's either going to be before I create my next video for tonight and then or after. I never record videos, but you know, because no one has said anything about what's happening, what's actually going to be happening in the tropics, you know. Might as well say it. The 3 hypothetical situations that I've been preaching, and I might as well just put it into a video so people could actually, you know, it's all just on topic. I'll create a little mini script for myself to keep myself on topic. So, let's see. The 4th, there might be something. I'd have to see what the shear is and around here. Okay, the shear is okay. Hodos are nice. I mean, there might be something. There might be something around there. Impact the development, maybe severe weather, eastern Colorado, maybe. There could be something across the board that happens. No, it doesn't really matter that you're 12. I mean, not really, actually. Adrian's weather forecast is 13. He has like 2.3 thousand subs. Something like that. So it doesn't really matter all too much. I mean, the 4th is going to be interesting. I checked the third out, actually, the last one, just to see what's happening. That capping inversion right there is kind of concerning. The GFS has a bit of a cold bias, so this could be further. This could be warmer. Everything could be warmer across the board. That also probably means that there could be more cape, which would be really interesting. There seems to be some sort of low slash, weather, slash just whatever QLCS that pushes on through. South Dakota into Iowa, Nebraska, something like that. Bob! I'm very surprised that you actually have made a return. I think it's the first time you've actually joined my stream, or at least actually said something in the stream, which is very nice. Kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, there could be something, but I think just the stuff next week in general probably could be capped, honestly. Apparently, Storm Central is on fire, and as soon as the stream is done, I'm going to try and fix it. Be a bunch of stuff that I'm going to try and fix. Oh my goodness. Part of me just wants to lock down the server for a little bit until I figure out what exactly is happening. If you know what I mean. Let's see. Brady Gleason, what's up? Making that 3 points of the moderate rotation. Radar shows storm in North Carolina at 2 points moderate. Oh, well then let's take a look. Do you want to take a look? Let's take a look at that, because nothing really is happening right now with these storms. Nothing probably will happen. I mean, there is a little bit of rotation. You can see faster greens, slower greens, rotation in and around there. You could see something on that, but honestly, I mean, it's just not a lot. Not a lot of stuff that's happening at the moment. Echo tops have diminished. There isn't an updraft on it. It's just doing its own little thing. Honestly, I think it's just not really a lot of dice. Not really a lot of dice on this thing, I have to say. I mean, it looks pretty nice with the little hook right here, and there actually is a little bit of rotation here, but there's not an updraft on this thing. The spectrum width is kind of meh. This right here is just the velocities going mental because you can't really get some it's just de-aliasing right within this area. I mean, bleh. It's just not really a lot that I'm too concerned about at the moment. But there could be something in around here. It's just got to interact with a bunch of mountains. Could be something. Could be something. What is this thing too? I gotta see. Actually, some rotation on this thing as well. I mean, that's pretty interesting right there. Not fully in the couplet. There's something out in the rear. It's just really this entire thing in general that's kind of rotating. It's pretty broad. Split the radar with the satellite on different tabs. The issue is that it's very, very far away from all of them. And it's kind of hard just to, separate them on different tabs. But I could possibly... Here, what if I just close this and then I double click twice? Will I get 2 tabs? Or will I only get 1? I got 2. Let's go. Put the window box, go to Oregon. Let's go over there. I thought I turned these place files off. My goodness. And then the other one, we're going to want to go over here. Place file manager, turn those off too. Boom. We got our stuff. Should be fine for now. Oh boy. Yeah, we can just bring in radar scope too. Might form possibly, and it might not do anything. Might be a wind maker. Honestly, I think it probably will be. I don't think there's a lot of stuff that's happening right around here, but anyways, had to fix that. Range folding and de-aliasing, yeah, it's crazy. I just had to fix something real quick because chaos is chaos. May not do anything. What's interesting? Yeah, I mean, it's trying, but it's not really providing a lot of dice. Am I mad at you? Nope. I'm not mad at anyone. There were storms and destructive hail in Idaho this year, so not the first this severe weather in that area. Oh yeah, chaos. Uh, oh boy, guys. Can you check it now? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do so. I'll do so. I mean, my goodness, this is just still banned. Doesn't. Oh yeah, he didn't unban him. Which is he didn't unban him for whatever reason. Give me a second. Give me a couple seconds. Let's see. Get that out of the way. I don't see anything else. That should be it. Yep, you're unbanned. You're unbanned. Who is it?
You got something from your aunt.
Okay. Yeah, I'll open it later. I saw. Thank you. Yep, Colton. Keep working hard, my friend. Keep working hard. You can do it. Craig, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We're basically, today is not supposed to be like a biggest stream, stuff like that. I mean, it's just, told you all there wouldn't be a lot of tornado risk. It'd just be like hail and wind. It's just stupid. Welcome to chaos. Hello, hello. I don't think that's the real David, by the way. But, oh wait, it is the real David. Hello. Actually, it is. Hi, nice to see you again. We're currently dealing with chaos and how all of our moderators are literally just... Well, we're enforcing the laws now. We're enforcing our rules. We're also enforcing our moderation guidelines and stuff like that. Nothing is supposed to happen, but stuff is just chaos. Stuff is chaos at the moment. All I needed to do was just relax today. You're in an urgent meeting? Oh, okay. Would you like to talk after that? Because I actually have a proposition for you. I have a couple propositions, actually. And we also are, we actually are, like, enforcing to the full capabilities of us literally just basically reforming our server. So the chaos should theoretically end on Storm Central now. Should. Theoretically. It should be fine now. Brayden, what's up? As I mentioned, today was not supposed to be a big tornado threat, but because of the fact that this was a nice little enhanced risk around here, you know, it'd be pretty, it's the first ever enhanced risk ever issued in Washington and Oregon. Pretty nice, but I did say this entire event would be elevated. I do want to inform you all later that after I figure out what's happening in Storm Central, because last thing I need was a bunch of chaos. I will be making my tropical analysis video on the 3 hypothetical situations that I've been preaching for the past week as to what all will happen on June the 6th. The truth of what actually could be happening. Because everyone believes that it's just going to head into the Gulf. And it's going to be unimpeded all the way over. And I'm here to tell you all that there might be more options than everyone else has been seeing, you know. I will give you all the details. Now, granted, I'm not as experienced in tropical weather as, per se, David Schlotthauer, so if you want to go check out his channel, be sure to do so. He's great at tropical analysis. He's got CMIS. He uses more CMIS than I do, you know, with mimic data and satellite. I'm still trying to, you know, wiggle myself in. I just jumped into the tropical band last year, you know, but I've been studying severe weather for practically most of my life. But, you know, if you want to go check out David's channel, he does a lot of tropical analysis on his end. He's probably better at tropical analysis than severe weather analysis. And because tropical season is heading that general direction, I recommend you go over there. So if I had an editor, I would say, place it in my hand. Place the link to David's channel in my hand. I would definitely recommend you click it. But yeah, just today was not supposed to be not a lot of dice. Am I not chasing? Yesterday I chased. Yesterday was really fun. Dude, if I go back into the pictures that I got of yesterday, absolutely mental. For the new people of the stream here, hold up. Let's see. I think image 20, was it? Yeah. Here's the beginning. Here's wall cloud number 1 that I had. All right. I also took some nice pictures just across the board of it in general, especially one with my car. That was pretty nice. And then this was the wall cloud later. It started to flatten out. The downdraft, the rear flank downdraft actually just started to chew it up, but you can still kind of see a little bit of a wall cloud. But a lot of the precip in and around this area just started to kill off the storm. And then, let's see, same thing across the board. Actually, this originally produced a funnel for 7 minutes, and I couldn't get a picture of it because I was actually like driving away from it to try and get to this vantage point. But, you know, I still got something. This is a nice little shelf cloud action right here. Some really intense gusty winds just moving in behind this, creating a nice little shelf. And then this right here was a wall cloud. This right here was a wall cloud and a half. It wasn't the best wall cloud that I got today, which I'll show you guys later. Actually, here's a better picture of it. Take a look at that. Nice wall cloud right here. Some really nice rotation across the board. Those cells were pretty nice. I gotta say, the discrete cells were a whole lot better than what all New York got, which was really interesting. But this was pretty nice. I got that. Another picture of the shelf cloud. You can actually see eventually it was pretty nice. Boop. The wall cloud ended up being a bit over here, but there's a really nice shelf. Oh my god, I can't speak. Shelf cloud across the board. Yep, and then this is the thing that I enjoyed the most. If you guys, I mean, my goodness. Look at that. That thing is just mental. Here, actually, let me go to my Instagram real quick. Because my Instagram pictures, I actually edited those and put filters and stuff like that on it. Bookmarks. By the way, Instagram, HockeyBoy8. It's public so that you guys could actually take a look at it for yourself. But take a look at that. Nice edited picture. Nice edited picture. And then look at that. That thing is nasty. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Look at that nasty boy. I just can't stop. I can't stop. It looks so nice. This thing was massive and I absolutely loved it. This is quite possibly the best wall cloud I have seen in my entire life. Better than the one that actually had the EF1 tornado. This thing right here was massive. My goodness. I mean, take a look at that across the board. It was just... that was crazy. It just kept churning on through, in, and out. My goodness. I can't. It made me feel good. Oh my god. I can't speak anymore. I can't. It's making me go crazy, guys. Absolutely an amazing display that I saw the entire time from this wall cloud. It was crazy. Pretty good tornado signature. Let's take a look. Let's take a look for ourselves. Because there could be stuff in and around this area, in these areas. Could be. But that was just... wall cloud was absolutely phenomenal. And I actually caught a little bit of it on stream yesterday. But, I mean... whew. It was just... I mean, sheesh. The best for spray Oklahoma cell. Yeah. This actually, I was planning on getting multiple radars set up, but this actually just went over to the side. So bleh. But anyways, we'll just go back to this cell in general. Really interesting corkscrew, or just like it looks like a shrimp almost. Looks like a shrimp. Really mean shrimp looking thing, dude. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 2-inch size hail. I do not doubt that. I'm going to be completely honest. But yeah, there is some general rotation. You got the greens moving towards, you got the slower greens. You can get some of that overlapping motion in and around that area. And so there you go. You got your rotation. It's kind of trash, but it's still there. Definitely something to keep in mind. Do you think you can check those storms down in Utah? Yeah, of course I can. Of course I can check those storms in Utah. Apparently there's been reports of 65-mile-an-hour winds. Which color table, Bob? Which one? Is it the velocity or the reflectivity? Because I can give you both if you really need it, but, which one? I can give you all the dice. Is this the outflow boundary? No, it's just a singular thunderstorm. Is this elevated? No, it's just a singular thunderstorm. 70-mile-per-hour wind gust. Seems legit. Yeah. This will be pretty interesting, I gotta say. Kind of trying to keep it together. I mean, it's just doing its own thing. We're gonna be completely honest. Nothing really too much. Reflectivity. All right, I got you. Reflectivity is really nice, I gotta say. I love the reflectivity that I got from these things. All right, we got that going. Can't wait for MLB season. I agree. MLB season's gonna be pretty interesting. But the NHL in itself is coming back, and my Jackets are playing against the Leafs. Come on, Blue Jackets. Let's get something, my guy. Let's get something. That'd be pretty nice, I gotta say. Oh, it's the alarm. How do I turn off the alarm? Turn it off. There we go. Oh boy. All sorts of chaos. Should downgrade to a minor 2%. Doesn't look too impressive. I agree. It should have been a 2% to begin with. It really should have. Really should have. Really should have. My honest opinion. Testing the national alert system. Yeah, you're telling me. My freaking weather radio is just going mental here on the side. It's really having a whale of a time, I have to say. NFL is... Ooh, NHL is better than the NFL. Those two are actually really close. In my honest opinion, absolutely love that. Off of... Oh. Hashtag Oregon weather. For real? Let's take a look at that. Hold up. Taco Bell. Oh boy. Alright, let's take a look at Twitter real quick. We gotta take a look at the
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Here's towards your Taco Bell tonight, Nate. Live Mars.
Chris Stewart with the $5 super chat. My God. Jeez. I really do appreciate that though. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hashtag ORWX. Look at that. Little hails. Nice little wall cloud, chunky boy. Gotta say. Pretty nice. Whoa. RFD much? RFD much? NBA is better, end of argument. NFL is intense when it comes to physicality and just like, you know, trying to outwork people. NBA, I don't know. I mean, it's consistent, but it's just like, it's not like physical. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some sort of rotation around there. Really nice. Really nice. My God, mezzo. That is the typical horseshoe that I would look for. That I actually looked for on my my chases yesterday. My God. PPG Paints Arena. What? Pittsburgh's protesting. This is getting very close to my house. I'm just, well, kind of. Cities on both ends of the state are protesting. Police car set on fire in Philadelphia. Okay, well, we'll go back in Storm Central. We'll talk about like all the riots and stuff like that. My honest opinions, nothing political. It's just, you know, we'll go over what all has happened, all the chaos, which honestly just isn't right. But my God. Merger cell. Hold up. Where is the merger cell? Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's take a look and see for ourselves. We can go to this radar. Webcam doesn't do you justice, Nate. True. True. Could be better. Could be worse. Sucks Nick Foles. Sucks. The Bears need a whole new team. The Bears need to just tank for a QB. My honest opinion. People in Dallas. Yeah, Dallas set some stuff on fire last night, too. All sorts of stuff. You look good in your Instagram photos. My God. Baltimore protests like 5 years ago. Oh, yeah, I remember how they had to lock down the Orioles. They had to play a game with literally no one in the stadium. That was hilarious. I mean, this thing is just having a whale of a time. Was spinning a bit earlier, however. Best environment is on that easternmost supercell. I agree, mainly because it's closer to the 3,000 joules per kilogram in and around that area. I don't know. This thing isn't really doing a lot. Do I foresee any tornadic development later on? Is it going to be impacting anywhere big? Possibly. There's a couple towns and around that's not near mountains. Could be something. Could be something. This low-key fire seems legit. It'll be pretty interesting. Gotta say. I'll stay on for a little bit more. Things are calm now and under control. Good. I'm gonna go into the voice chat a bit later, and I'm gonna ask. Well, I'm gonna go in the staff chat and say, why the fuck is everything done like that? Um, Discord is pretty mental. You're telling me. I haven't even seen everything. Let's see. Let's read what staff chat said. Moderation guidelines is too lenient. I agree, which is probably the reason why after I'm going to amend the second warning system. I'm probably gonna make it so that it's gonna instead they come back and there would be the warning, warning plus mute, and then warning plus perm ban. Stuff like that. Be something along those lines. My honest opinion. It'll probably be something like that. The server guidelines up to interpretation. Go ban Weather Gamer, because whenever I do, Nate gets hissy about it. Since when have I got hissy over bans? I don't know what's going on. Smoke come from Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta is crazy. Every single city is crazy at the moment. The game's not banned. He will be warned. Spreading dissent, serious offense. Yep, it is. All right. Can we not start drama, please? We're not starting drama. Anyways, let's continue. Let's continue. That's some serious surface-based cape and bulk shear there. Someone for 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts now? My gosh. Do you play Brawl Stars? Yeah, I play them every now and then. I haven't played it recently, I have to say that much. Wind 60 to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts with that storm. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, my god. See ya, Anish. See ya, Anish. Where's the storm located? This is located just to the south and east of Portland, Oregon. These cells are just mental. Massive gusty winds across the board. Can you friend me on it? Yeah, Hockey Boy and 8. That's the plan. Why no big tornadoes in the last month? Mainly because it hasn't been favorable for it. There's just always been some sort of limiting factor. Alright, I got you, Bob. I'll just DM you. I'll just DM you. There's the reflectivity file. Let's see. What are we watching tonight? We're just watching Oregon and Washington real quick, but we're also watching my server because my server seems to be a hot spot for chaos. Severe thunderstorm watch in North Carolina. Oh boy. Color table is epic. Yeah, I know, right? Did you watch the Dragon launch? I did, I did. Yep, no problem. There's so much chaos. Should have went East Stay. You live in Seattle. I mean, not really too much. You just have to go down whatever interstate this is. Give me a second. Interstate 90 all the way down. Just go Interstate 90 all the way down into these cells. Probably could. You probably could have. That's probably interesting. Been a drone for you. Oh, yeah. I chased yesterday, but then. Looks to show low sitting off East Coast Guatemala, then something appears in the Gulf. 6th and the 7th, boys and girls. Basically said it myself. I don't know. There's just too much chaos in my server right now. What I may have to do is I may have to end the stream, fix the chaos, then get straight to work on my video so that tonight you'll be able to see it possibly right around 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Either that or I'll post it tomorrow. But anything happened yesterday, you missed it. I was chasing yesterday. Got some really nice wall clouds. Really nice wall clouds. I couldn't get a funnel on camera, but I got really nice wall cloud. Hold on. Look at that chonky boy. I mean, the chaos is just... Chaos just ensues. Everyone say welcome in the chat, General 1. That'd be great. I don't know. I gotta say, this wall cloud was freaking gnarly, though. Absolutely love this wall cloud. You marry the wall cloud. Dude, I know, right, Bob? I know, right? It's so crazy. Storm Central is collapsing? No, Storm Central is reorganizing because we're not going to deal with any sort of bullying, and I've been telling everyone to tone it down for quite some time. I said it earlier in the week. I said, dude, this David stuff is just, it's not good. Everyone's a human. Everyone messes up at one time. You can dislike the person, but harassment is a different story. And that's not okay. I've been saying that for quite some time. Unfortunately, every single person in the weather community has the mindset of, oh, they have to be right all the time. Oh, we have to be right all the time. And the public portrays it for the people that they have to be right all the time. They mix up the scientific definitions, precise with accurate. And it is very, very stupid. It's so stupid to the point where it literally goes back to what I just said. Literally, people come into meteorology with the mind frame of, oh, I have to be right all the time. And for that reason, people's opinions get berated, because if my opinion isn't the same as another's, then if I'm these typical people who come in with the mindset of, oh, I have to be right all the time, they're wrong. And I'm right. And, just, that's not how that works. It's not supposed to be a precision job. You're not supposed to be able to predict everything perfectly. And you can try and get, as accurate as possible, but you're never going to be precise. And people are just gonna continue to try and be precise. And if they go in with that mindset, it's gonna continue to ruin the entire community. That's the reason why everyone fights all the time in the weather community. It's so stupid and ridiculous. And if you just come into the thing to just increase your knowledge of meteorology, like what I'm trying to do. I literally said in the beginning of the stream, and I'll probably say in the video that I'll be creating, I don't know 100% about tropical systems. All right. As a matter of fact, I would love you all at one point to go into Storm Central and teach me, so I could further my knowledge as to the specifics as to what goes down and what we know right now. All right. But I know enough to know, specifics. But I also admit there are some times where I'm completely wrong. There was a stream that I had the one time where I thought something would happen. It didn't. No one's perfect. We can all try to be, but no one is ever going to be perfect. No one's ever going to be precise. We can be accurate. But if people want us to be precise, I'm here to tell you that will never happen. Not now. No one will ever get an event perfectly. And that's not how meteorology is supposed to be about. So, with all the people that we have here on YouTube, I've been telling you all, if people just come in with hate, stuff like that, then, just let them do their own thing. We can still have a fun time with the naysayers in the back. I don't care. For the people who've been with me for the longest amount of times, you guys have realized that I don't care what people say about my YouTube channel. My services are expendable. And I do it based off of free will to you all. And it makes me feel great. But I'm not going to curve my entire personality or the entire way of how I do things to appeal to a larger audience. If you like my content, you're going to probably stick around. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, I'm not going to curb it to your interests. That's not only not fair to me, but it's not fair to everyone else who subbed prior to you all and has been continuing to follow me ever since. So I'm just going to continue to do what all I've been doing, and we're just not going to, as I've said before, everyone comes into meteorology with the mindset of, oh, we have to be right. The public portrayed this of us, by the way, with all the meteorologists across the board. They're like, oh, usually you hear meteorologists aren't always right, you know? But everyone needs to stop treating that as a bad thing. And that it should be just more of a learning experience. As I've mentioned, the public gets precise and accurate confused. Accurate, if you think of it this way, I'm going to draw for you all a little bullseye. Just disregard the wall cloud in the background. I'm going to draw a little bullseye here for you. All right? This is a terrible bullseye, but I'm going to draw a bullseye here for you. Accurate means you get the dots somewhere in the circle, but it's in an area, all right? It's in a specific area. It could be accurate where if you're trying to aim right here, you get a bunch of dots somewhere around, here, all right? Precise is what everyone is looking for, and that's you get everything right here in the bullseye. And no one's going to be able to do that. Not now. And so people come into meteorology thinking, oh, we have to be right. We have to prove the public wrong and stuff like that. Yada, yada, yada. That's not going to happen. And if you come in with that mindset, you should just, I'm not saying quit meteorology, but you should really rethink what you're doing. You should really rethink the reason why you love the weather. It's very stupid if you're thinking that you will be right 100% of the time. You can strive to be accurate. You can strive to be precise. But if you're going to use that to influence you and think that your prediction is the only prediction that is correct, you probably should just go. You probably shouldn't be in meteorology. Because you won't get far with that mindset. You won't. Trust me, I've been to Penn State across the board and with a bunch of weather camps. There's a bunch of people that were there that were trying to be precise and accurate. Just precise in general. And they were so arrogant to the point where I absolutely just bleh. I would literally rather hang out with the people who I call the unicorns of Billings. I formed a little group. I'll look in the DMs in a second, David. I've literally formed a group with a bunch of people that I was at Penn State with. In my advanced weather camp, we literally called ourselves the Unicorns of Billings because we predicted a cell 6 hours in advance. In a specific spot. We said, that's where a tornado is going to be. Boom. Tornado happened. EF1. So, it's just, I'd rather have fun and research a bunch of stuff because not only did we got it right, because that's the big one right there. We were like, oh, cool, this is cool. But we researched afterwards how that happened. We figured out that because of the mountains up in the Wyoming and how the vorticity actually spanned into the actual cell with a low-level jet being coming off the mountains, as well as the ample cape and a decent shear at 500 millibars, the cell actually produced. Crossovers were there. And it was really interesting as to, how that all came to be. There was a lot of people who were like, oh, it's just a lucky break. Allow us to have our fun, please. That's the entire point of meteorology. So you can have fun and you can research. If you just do it to, try and be accurate all the time, that's stupid. You can also do it to help save lives, too. There's a bunch of people who do that for save lives. I'm one of them. That's the reason why for the Easter outbreak, I literally streamed a day in advance, and I streamed for 35 hours. Non-stop. I don't have the 24-hour stream because YouTube lost it. That's typically what happens after 18 hours of live streaming. You know, in just one video, which I'll learn from my mistakes. I'll literally just, you know, I'll cut my streams in half every now and then across the board. But I would, you know, there was a reason why I streamed a day out in advance, because I wanted to get everything, and I didn't want to leave anyone out in the dust. And I was willing to do that. And if you were there for the end of that stream, you saw that I was Dawn of the Dead. Literally was going to go to sleep midway through. 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, was Dawn of the Dead. My mother literally had to come into the room and tell me to go to sleep because I was putting myself through hell for you guys. I would do that again. You know. But if you're just in here just to, you know, say that weather is just for being accurate and precise, I respect your opinion, but I'm here to tell you that good luck. Good luck. You shouldn't have to think that way. It's just, it's really, really stupid. It's also something that I was trying to, you know, fix with, you know, my community. Something that I want to eventually try and fix, which is what I'm trying to fix with Storm Central a bit. Now, some other people are, you know, kind of beating me to it, but I was going to try and do it peacefully. Now we've kind of resorted to violence like what the United States is. You know? Quite ironic. But it's just across the board, it's stupid. And I've been saying for a while that, you know, harassment's not good. You know, literally, there was even one time where I was on somebody else's weather stream. Hold up, where is it? If I could find it real quick. Here it is. I don't care if you guys see the username of it. Just don't attack them. This person literally told me to become a carpenter. Told me to basically just go away from meteorology. Go away. Completely. I don't care if they think that David is better, because let's put it this way, you know, as I've mentioned before, I don't care what other people think. I'm going to do whatever I want. Alright? I'm going to do the right thing, however, most of the part. So I don't care about this as much about, you know, the special advanced weather forecaster David, you know. Obviously, depending upon who you talk to, that's debatable. This thing right here, I think you should be a carpenter. That is the greatest inspiration that I have right now. To prove everyone wrong that I can make it into meteorology. I can be be influential. I can definitely help people. It's just, it's stupid. Especially with how much hate has developed in the weather community, to where, you know, a specific set of people, or a specific set of models, or a specific set of this. Granted, we say in the NAM we trust, you know. That's mainly because I have a bit of a NAM bias, as you guys have seen before. You know, but like just a particular bias to something in general, and saying that this option is only correct. Notice how I say that the NAM is more accurate than other models when it comes to short range 3-day. Notice how I say that, all right? I don't say that the other models are unusable. I just say that the NAM is more accurate. All right, now it's based off of preference, but I say it's more accurate. All right, those who say like, oh, the GFS is the only way or the ARRR is the only way, you guys are stupid. I hope you guys know that. I'm not afraid to tell you that because you are. This right here is my big inspiration as to me getting through college and stuff like that. This right here. You should be a carpenter. I won't be a carpenter. I'll be a damn meteorologist, and I'll be a damn good one. And I'll uncover more mysteries than you would have under your bed. You looking through under your bed, figuring out that your long lost pencil from 3rd grade was there. I'll uncover more mysteries about supercells than anyone before. And then I'll help incorporate that knowledge to better warning systems so that people will be able to see stuff in advance as to what all is happening with cells. I'll dissect the thing. I'll figure it out eventually. I'm already running simulations as we speak. I've already got research down. I'll be doing more research after meteorology. Hell, I'll actually know more about meteorology after college, and I'll use that knowledge to gain more. I want you to know that I won't stop at nothing until I accomplish my goal. And then, quite frankly, I'll probably have another one after that. And another one. And another one. And another one. And I will continue to go until my time is done. Until I feel like I have done enough. Until I feel like I can finally rest. I will continue to go on and on and on. I don't care if my name is heard. I just want to let you know. If you think some word like you should be a carpenter is going to stop me, you should take those words and shove it. So that's my honest opinion on all of that. Let's take a look back at what all is going to be happening. It makes me feel so much better saying that. So anyways, bunch of severe storms heading up to the northern part of Oregon. Gotta say. Bunch of severe storms. Bunch of severe storms. Whether or not the radar will load, that is a good question. But you know what? This thing won't load. I was just on a rant and then literally stuff fails me the entire time. All right, let's take a look at the satellite imagery then. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery. Meso analysis. We'll take off the kappa inhibition of vorticity, as well as the RAP analysis. We'll just see what all is happening with this. Okay, so it seems as if all the cells have congregated and it's spread out its anvil all over across the board. So, I mean, that'd be pretty interesting, but I don't know. I don't think it's really going to do a lot. Not a lot of dice. Any good storms today? Not really. I'm going to be completely honest. There is still some leftover cape over here, 3,500 joules per kilogram. If something can fire off right in around there, I wonder how many. And there's a lot of cap inhibition around there. It's capped. It's not really going to do a lot. It'll do its own thing, my honest opinion. But honestly, not a lot of dice. So, one thing I will say, guys, for all of you who did stick around for quite some time, you guys are freaking mental, I gotta say. I wonder how my parents feel. Yeah, now that I think about it. Yeah, I literally was like on a rant and I was like talking about stuff in general to a camera. I wonder how uncomfortable that makes my parents feel, you know. How weird it would be, you know, just seeing their son talk to basically nothing, you know. But I don't know. As I've mentioned before, I'm going to be creating a video tonight about tropical weather down in the Gulf. No one's really said the stuff that I'm going to be saying tonight, so I encourage you all to stay tuned to it. It has my 3 hypothetical situations as to what all could happen with this. So, it'd be pretty interesting. It'd be really, yeah, let's put it this way. You're going to have a whale of a time, and it'll probably get as close as what all could happen with these storms as possible. In 3 different ways. 3 different ways. And not all the situations go into the Gulf. I do want to mention that. I do want to mention that not all the situations, the 3 hypothetical situations that I have for you, not all of it goes into the Gulf. As most of, compared to where most other weather organizations, Weather Channel, other weather YouTubers, say it's all just going to go into the Gulf. I'm here to tell you right now, it's a possibility. But there are other situations where it can go other ways. So I'll be talking about that tonight in my video. Other than that, you guys, that's going to be it for me. Let's go into our final thoughts. We're not going to do a dance today, you know, because today was pretty crappy in Storm Central. By the way, link in the description down below if you want to join. We're kind of in a nuclear meltdown right now. I'm trying to fix the server, but you know, it's doing its own thing. Gotta say, we definitely have our. I'm going to reform the server, well, actually the warning system, to make it so that just a couple stuff happens, a couple things. Probably gonna amend the second chance. Instead, well, actually, I'll make the second chance so that instead of temp ban number 2, it'll be perm ban. Something like that. Something like that. They could just stay over land and peter out. Who knows? It could be one of my hypothetical situations. It could be. When you become a meteorologist, where will I work? I don't know. I'm going to be doing individual research whatsoever, but what's your Brawl Stars ID? HockeyBoy8. That's my username, at least. I'm not sure about my ID. I haven't seen it in a while. But, you know, anyways, we're going to, like, reform Storm Central to the point where rules will kind of be enforced. You guys can still have fun, but it's just one of those things where I've been talking about it for a week, and harassment is not going to be tolerated. I've been trying to let you guys off by giving you all a verbal warning, but now it's gotten to the point where I gotta start bringing out the Dinobot. The Dinobot is where I'm gonna start enforcing warnings and stuff like that. You know, before it was just to set up the server. Now it's gonna be more than that. But anyways, sorry for all your troubles. Hope you have a better evening. For everyone else, see you next time. Yeah, I know. It's just doing crazy. Yeah, let's go into the final thoughts. Today was the first ever enhanced risk issued for Oregon and Washington, mainly for wind. That kind of holds true. There's actually a storm right now that has 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts warned on the actual severe thunderstorm warning. The tornadoes, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the stream, all the tornado risk would be elevated. But I still wanted to stream this anyways due to the fact that the enhanced risk was actually, as I've mentioned, the first one of its kind in nature. Also pretty happy that it didn't get increased to a moderate. Also pretty happy about that. Too small of an enhanced risk for you to upgrade it to a moderate, so no dice, no dice. You could have theoretically, but nah, just wouldn't have been right. Tomorrow, let's take a look at day 2. I haven't really seen all too much. But we might as well get into it. I believe there is some sort of boundary that kind of moves on through after this low kind of just moves into Canada, stuff like that. Boundary forms, bunch of stuff. We'll actually take a look at the models and see what all actually happens from that. Go to the NAM 3K. because 3K is part of the NAM. And the NAM we trust, boys and girls. Some sort of line that moves on through, but honestly, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of dice. Yeah, that seems to be a lot of capping in my honest opinion. Probably not a lot that's going to go on tomorrow. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot's going on tomorrow, especially since the shear isn't really too good across the board. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see. Monday. Let's see. Monday doesn't seem to be a lot. I'm gonna be completely honest. Monday seems to be just some general thunderstorm risk with a really nice high. It seems as if the Bermuda high just kind of moves inwards, which actually has some influence as to some of the hypothetical situations that I've mentioned before. So it's pretty interesting. As well as it also has a hypothetical situation with the cell out here in the Atlantic. It's also the reason why it's not really going to sustain. It's been something that I've been talking about for a while. Actually, this cell hasn't really, but just the sheer power of this high, the Bermuda high, actually being over the U.S. It's going to be pretty interesting. It's also going to create a nice little omega block, and it'll create some above average temperatures for, just basically everywhere except for the north. Except for the north and east. The north and east are going to get some little below average temperatures, stuff like that. Be pretty interesting. So yeah, Monday doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot. Maybe something from Michigan, northern parts of Michigan, maybe around Duluth, Wisconsin, stuff like that. But honestly, not a lot of dice. And then Tuesday on the GFS. If I remember correctly, somebody asked, yeah, Minnesota and Wisconsin could probably get something. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if something happened around there due to the fact that there's already like a boundary that's moving on through. So I wouldn't be surprised if something moves on and around that area. If I were to take a sounding real quick and counting the GFS's cold bias, there actually might be something on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be really interesting. However, I do want to keep in mind, as do all the events next week, there is a swarm layer at around 800 millibars. So, with the GFS's cold bias in mind, will this warm layer cap the entire situation? I'm saying later in the week, yes. But on Tuesday, probably not. You'll probably see some sort of slight, maybe enhanced risk around there. And possibly a slight. I would say a slight is more favorable in my honest opinion due to the fact that the shear around surface to 1 kilometer and surface to 3 kilometer isn't really too high. So you might see something on Tuesday. You might. Is there any tornado warnings right now? Negative, there isn't, but there is actually some cells that could possibly produce a tornado along the way. But I don't think they will. I think it'll mainly stay stay elevated probably. Stuff like that. So we'll have to see. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for me. My name is Nate. Also go by Hockey Boy and Nate. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace. Alright, now how do I turn this thing off again? This is awkward.